I ate a lot of turkey on Thanksgiving. I drowned my sorrows in gravy and all mashed potatoes and turkey and giblets and all those kind of things. After I thought we played 5 really good halves in the Cayman Islands and stunk up one, but all in all, going 2-1 in a quality tournament like the Cayman Islands was really beneficial to our team, and we've kind of put that to rest. But we've grown a lot. I mean, we challenged our team, 5 straight games on the road, and the bookends of it weren't great. Losing in overtime and then losing in not very pretty fashion in the last half against Utah State to not win a championship. But we've learned a lot from it through the course of it, and I think we got better in every game but the last one. And that's what you want to see as a coach. So I think we're ready, hopefully, to take on a league play here in early December or late November.
So before we get to breaking down the conference opener and your next opponent, having that little bit of stretch before, I mean, you've been on the road for weeks, it seems like, but then you have this little time where you don't have a game, and then you have not a home opener, but a home conference opener to kick back off coming back home. Does that impact you guys in any way, shape, or form? Yeah, I mean,
obviously we took a day or two off, after we got beat and beat up, mentally as much as anything else. I mean, when you get a chance to recover, playing 3 games in 3 days is hard on anybody. And mentally, probably as much as anything. We had some nicks and bruises, but nothing terrible where anybody's out. And then you go back and evaluate, who are you at this point in the season after playing those 5 games in a row away from home, and what's your identity, what would you like it to be, and how can you, fix the things that you think that need for you to win a conference game and a tough game. And we got punched in the nose, and we didn't punch back very well in the last game. I thought we punched back really well those other games leading into it. And there are some things, obviously, we need to get better at. There's some things we're doing really, really well that I didn't think we maybe would be this good this early in the year. We've tried to work on those. We had a couple of practices Friday and a practice Saturday, a big long film session Saturday, took Sunday off, and got back to normal routine here Monday and Tuesday, and in preparation for, Wednesday's big game against Tarleton State. We know how good they are.
And a little note, last thing from the Cayman Islands, we saw the soft debut of Miles Jenkins when he came in, and the crowd just kind of erupted. There's been some anticipation with his debut. Kind of having all those pieces now in play, does that help you guys out a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we've missed Miles. We all have high expectations for Miles. He does too. And, Miles was probably our best player today in practice. It's never going to happen just dramatically overnight when you miss a month. It's been unfortunate. He got a concussion, was in concussion protocol, and those things are, you never know how long those are going to last. And going into the season, you add so much to your core in plays and things like that, and he missed so much. And nobody wanted to be out there more than he did. We all felt terrible for him, but he's worked really hard. He's gotten extra time in, extra shots, a lot of studying. Making a transition to Division I basketball is never easy, and then you put an injury when you're out there for a month. I mean, it's been a challenge, but I thought he played really well. That a couple of times he got into the games this weekend and impacted it. So I'm excited to see, his growth as he moves forward, and our team. We need another piece of the puzzle. I mean, it's one more player to add to our strength and numbers going forward. But he's different than really athletic and physical and strong and a tough kid.
All right. This Wednesday, tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. in the Sawmill. You're hosting Tarleton State. Tarleton on their schedule. They've faced receiving votes Virginia earlier in the season. Guys are kind of in a similar situation. You got 4 wins underneath your belt, both trying to figure yourself out. A little bit of an earlier start when it comes to conference play. What can we expect in the matchup between Tarleton?
Well, first of all, I hope Coach Gillespie is able to attend the game. I've tried to reach him, and I don't know the status of his health, but I think anybody as a coach knows what he's done for the game. And I think everybody in our league and everybody in college basketball knows what a great coach he is and how much he's helped kids. And he's missed the last couple of games with some health issues, and we all, from SFA athletics and the university, we all hope that he can get back to doing what he loves and helping kids become better first and foremost. That means more to me than the game, because I've studied him and watched him, and I appreciate his friendship with mine. First of all, the game is secondary, but they've won. They're tough, just like they have his identity all over it. Tough and take great shots and take care of the ball and force turnovers. And we had to go to zone last year because we couldn't guard them. Probably the first time in my career I've had to play 10 minutes of zone. They rebound the heck out of it, and they're two guys that, Smith and Williams, are just so good, scoring the basketball. Then he's filled in the pieces around it, and you take away that first game really at opponents who they played. So I expect really challenging, tough contest. We'll have to play great to have a chance to win the game, and we'll need. Hopefully we'll get our students in the arena, and we had a great crowd last time we played them. Obviously, our home opener, which is like a month ago, it feels like, we'll get some of those fans back, and they'll appreciate how well we played when we were here in our first game, and love to see what a conference battle is really like, and should be a fun contest.
You mentioned about the conference battle. I think you talked with Buckets a little bit about this. Talk about the trendsetter. I know it's a little bit of a gap between the rest of conference play, but how big is it for that first game to get really the ball rolling when it comes to league play?
Yeah, we talked about it after the game against Utah State. Like, your first conference game, you surely don't want to stub your toe. You obviously, we have tremendous respect for our opponents this week in Tarleton and Abilene. Our league didn't do us any favors playing those two teams. Are tough, tough-minded. Brett Tanner, who was here, has won championships here and at Abilene. Both have DNA of championship all over it, and we have our work cut out for us. And starting here at home, I'm not, we know that, and our guys I think are excited about playing a conference home opener. If not, it's going to be a hard night tomorrow night, and it's unusual to play this time of the year, conference game, but it's kind of becoming the trend around college basketball when you're playing 20 league games. And the way our league does the seeding system, every game counts the same. So if it's a conference game or a non-conference game, really doesn't matter, except the regular season champion's going to get a trophy. Because in our league, it doesn't matter. You got to win the conference tournament to go to the NCAA tournament. So they all count the same. You just get a standings to really count, who's going to get a regular season trophy or not, as far as that goes, which is a cool thing, obviously, and that's one of the things that we play for at the end of the year. But I think our guys are pretty excited. We've been talking about it to distract off of the Utah State game, and you could feel some buzz for sure today in practice.
I think the weather report's going to say 72 and sunny inside the Sawmill, as I think you would say, tomorrow night at 6:30 against Tarleton State. Thanks for the time, Coach.
All right, Hunter, thank you. Excellent.